I started building a website. I definitely am self-motivated and can do pretty much anything I put my mind to. And I was happy with what I was creating, but at the same time, there was something inside me that was telling me that I needed to go more professional. I needed to find somebody to help me out with that piece. And I was like, okay, well, if that's what I'm supposed to do, like provide me the person, and kind of just waiting for the divine help to come in. And I had met Lindsay maybe over a year before at an event we went together, but I didn't really know so much what she did, but her feeds kept on popping up on my social medias. And every time I saw it, it was like, go check her out. And I'm like, why? Like, I hardly ever spend time on there. Like, why would I check her out? And I'd look, but I didn't look long enough to really figure out what it was. But one day I did, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's what I'm looking for. Like, she's the person I'm looking for. And I had a real strong knowing that it was her. But I have to say, you have to move into working with her with a very open mind. And I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know what I was looking for. I thought maybe I'm just looking for somebody to help make a logo or branding or something. But the pull was so strong. So I was just like, whatever you got, it's for me. Let's move forward. And I've never been disappointed about that. In fact, every time we work together, I am just so grateful that I am working with her. It's definitely just a very different experience than I would have had hiring somebody else. She is very intuitive and she is very caring for her clients. The way she treats me and the way she loves and cares for my business and me, and she is beyond professional as well. So you have this like loving, supportive person who feels like they could be your best friend, but then you have this ultra like intellectually amazing professional that is like feeding you all the information that you need, and it's wonderful. The first time I met Lindsay was in Boise. We had set aside 3 days to begin working together. It was more of a, let's just put all the pieces on the table, understand what I'm trying to create, understand what her part is. And that was the most amazing 3 days that I could have spent with somebody when starting to create a business. I had many ideas. I had already started writing. I had all these different pieces. I didn't know how they fit together. I didn't know if I was going to do all of them. And through the processes we went through over those 3 days, we laid out an outline that included everything that I had come up with, but it was organized, and there was a year's worth of like, step by step what we're going to do and how it leads to the next thing and how it supports this piece and that piece. And it just laid everything out before us so that I could understand more deeply what I wanted to create for myself, for my business, for my clients. And it was a really inspired meeting that really brought everything into, I guess in my mind, reality. I had a lot of ideas, and then they became true for me, and I understood how I would go about putting it all together. But the last day of our meeting together in Boise, I walked into the room, and I looked at the table. It was the ugliest face I'd ever seen. It was this anatomical heart, and I thought, I was like, that is so ugly. But there was something else inside of me that just like was drawn to it, and it was beautiful for some reason as well. And she like picked it up and handed it to me, and she's like, this is for you. Like, I love this vase. I've had it in my house, but I was leaving to come to you today, and it told me it's not mine anymore, it's yours. But actually, it's been such an incredible, not only piece of art, but like gift, because from that stemmed like illustrations and visuals that have come in and started shifting the focus of the business that I have. And it's so silly, and I love that vase. And I accidentally left the vase when I left the Airbnb that we were working from. Grabbed all my stuff, and I'm headed out, and she's doing her thing. We were done with our work for the last 3 days, And then I go out and I'm starting to kind of look around town, and I go to this art area, and there's like these big murals all over the wall, and I'm like, videoing them and sending them to my daughter and excited. And then there on the wall was the vase. I mean, it was the same heart, like everything about it. And I was like, oh my gosh, my vase, I forgot it. So I had to like rush back there to go get it because there was no way I was leaving without it. But from like that, seeing it on the wall, I saw the same heart like 3 times on the way home to get it from her.